Hey team, welcome back to the channel. So let's get into this hair because I know going to the gym and sweating it out all the time, your hair is definitely can be left hanging. Okay, so I wear hats a lot, but I get in my mood sometimes when I'm like, listen, I need to do my hair. I don't necessarily want to pay a arm and a leg because I truly like hairstyles don't last on me because I sweat. And on top of that, my hair is very soft. So braids and all of that can only last but so long. And I don't want to pay $300-400, but I want the $300-400 look. So we're going to learn how to do this ourselves. All right, so this is basically Goddess braids. I'm not a hairstylist, so shout out to all the hairstylists. I'm not a hair cosmetologist. I don't have a special skill in this area. I just been doing my own hair since I was young. Started off with me and my cousins doing each other's hair, and we just learned from there. Okay, so if you are like me and you like to save a coin, but you also like to keep the hair slayed, then definitely hang out. Let's get it done. So, and you may hear Lemire in the background because she's here now. Per usual, you already know, full-time mom of a toddler. So she's very active and just always in sight, as you can see on the video. Now, when I did this style, what I did was I started off laying my edges. So I always highly suggest when you do braids or any style really where your hair is out in the front, you can start off by doing your edges, like basically laying that groundwork so you know how your edges are going to lay in the style. And it's also going to help you just create that roadmap for doing your hair. All right, so hang out, doing my edges, doing the sides. Like, I don't know when the edge thing came into fruition. I don't know how long it's been because I don't remember ever laying my edges as much as I lay my edges these days. But hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for the edge laid. Okay, I like my little swoops in the front. I think it's pretty cute and it's fun and it's pretty easy to maintain. So I'm not mad at the edges. It definitely gives a look. So doing that, and it's really nothing to talk about at this point. I'm just taking my hair out and just doing the things. Y'all could just watch as I talk along. And yeah, definitely like the page, subscribe, comment below if you have any questions about anything that I did in the video. And I have to find the link for this hair that I will be putting in my head today. I will tell you that they do have longer and shorter, and the braids, so it's synthetic braid, but the curly hair that's on the braid to make it the Goddess braids is human hair, which I like. My whole reservation about these braids, because I had like the synthetic version kind of sort of this style before, and the synthetic curls are cool for a little bit, but then they just really tangle up really bad and they just start to look really dry and outdated really quickly. And I didn't like that, guys. I didn't like it at all. So what I did was I did some research and I found some braids that had the human hair curl, and it wasn't too bad. Like, I believe I paid about $150-ish, maybe a little less than that. I think I got them on a sale, so yeah. But I don't think that's bad, especially when you're in my shoes and you're doing your own hair. So yeah, I basically paid $150 for this style, and I know a lot of people can pay. Listen, depends on what city and state you're living in. You can pay about $300 to $400, maybe close to $500 here in Maryland. But I know like probably like LA, New York, etc. The pricing that I have heard has been crazy, $700, $800, sometimes upward to $1,000, and that's no shade to any stylist because, hey, it is time and skills and it's a lot of work behind this. So shout out to all my stylists though, because y'all definitely put the time in. Y'all definitely have mastered your craft with these braids. I see them. They're beautiful. So beautiful. But for me, I'm just going to figure it out because, again, my styles don't last that long and I honestly don't keep styles in that long. So for me, it wouldn't be cost effective for me to pay that much, but it may be for you. So hey, all is well. But for my girls who are trying to save a coin and still get that cute look, hang out. I love doing crochets, y'all, because it saves you a lot of time. Because again, probably getting the length of braid that I have on this video and all of the things, it would be a few hours. Now, this did take me like 3-4 hours. The longest part was this, because your foundation, like what you're doing to your hair, is going to make or break your style. Like, of course, you want your style to be nice and flat. So you got to take the time to do this part. Okay. So, but once you get through this part, it's pretty much like once you get to the crochet part, that is the fastest part of it all. But this part, like doing your hair, is the longest piece. But it's no problem because, hey, it's a time investment for a longer reward. So what I'm doing now is I parted my hair in half from ear to ear. Now I'm just doing my middle part to make sure that, just to see what I'm working with, how things are going to be looking. And the middle part is not really how I'm going to wear my style. For the most part, I really don't do middle parts. I'm more so on the side part girl. But the middle part was cute too. I might do it here and there. And I am going to be wearing my hair up in a ponytail a whole lot because, again, y'all, I'm a fitness trainer. So I'm constantly working out on a daily. So I need something that I can just pull up and it still looks good, of course. Because, in fitness, we've gotten to this place in fitness where people are doing a lot of videos, pictures, and just the whole shebang bang. So you kind of do have to have like a look. So I like braids and all of that because, again, it keeps my hair nice and neat and I can pull it up and I can just go about my day. And then when I'm not out working out and doing those things, I can still be cute and be versatile and all of that. So this is why I love braids, twists, clip-ins, just all of the things like that I can switch up with. So we're going to do our first part on the side, and I'm going to do the method where you braid. So it's like you're creating a box, you're going to braid it back, and then you're going to braid the first braid into the second braid, and then the second braid into the third, and so forth and so on. So that's how I did the front portion. And what I'm using as far as products is the beeswax and just some gel. Okay. And that's going to be very important, y'all, to make sure you have beeswax or gel or jam. Actually, I'm sorry, I use jam and beeswax, not gel. So that's going to make your style very clean and look very neat and nice, is the boxing. Okay, so just make sure that you put it on your parts to, again, make that part even more crispy and defined. And I put it on the top as well as the bottom. And when you put it on the top and the bottom, those little hairs that be flying around, it just kind of lays it down, and it doesn't allow the hairs to move into the area that you're working in. So I like that. So yeah, just line it up on your part, top and bottom. Make your parts nice and crisp, because the biggest thing about braids is the parts. The parts got to be looking real good because that makes your style look really fresh and clean. So now I'm splitting this hair. You kind of want to understand the size boxes you want based off of the size of your braid that you're going to be crocheting in your hair. So the braids that I'm crocheting in are medium size. So I'm making a box that's a medium size fit. Okay, I'm not going to make an extra large box with a medium braid because it's going to be like all this box and little braid. You get what I'm saying? I hope y'all get what I'm saying. But yeah, so now what we're doing is braiding our braid down, and you don't have to braid it all the way. Just braid it about, you can do halfway, you can do even a little bit less than halfway if you so choose. So let's do that, and then after we do that, I'm going to show you the next step. All right, so as you can see, I didn't braid all the way down because, like I said, I'm going to take that first braid and use it to connect this braid. So all I'm doing is I'm splitting my hair into two, and then the remainder hair from the first braid is going to be that third piece. Okay, so you're basically braiding the first braid into the second braid. Real simple. So just take that tip and then braid it as if it's the third piece, because we're doing a 3-strand braid. And you're going to use that strand to braid it back. And that's how we're going to create these boxes to crochet our braids into. And it's always more than one way to skin a cat. So I know a lot of people use the rubber band method, which is great. You can use that method, this method, whichever one you feel like you're comfortable with, long as you know that it's going to help you create a great style. Like, bottom line, the end goal is the same, a bomb style. How we get there may be different. But I do like this way. The rubber band is cool. You don't have to have that tension from the rubber band if you don't want it. So you can do this instead. Don't, of course, never with crochets braid or put a rubber band on super duper tight, because we got to put the latch hook underneath that braid. So keep that in mind as well. Probably should have said that in the very beginning, but hey, we're 2 braids in. So we're of course braiding for security, but it doesn't have to be super duper tight. Like, give it a little bit of lack room underneath, so that again we can get the latch hook right on under there and be done. All right, so I'm going into my second row. Each row is going to have more boxes as you continue to go up towards the crown of your head. So what I'm doing now is I'm parting my hair on a curve, okay? So I'm not just doing a straight line. I want my braids to fall more towards my face. So this curvage part I find is very supportive of that. And also how you actually crochet your braids into your boxes are going to determine how your braids lay, whether they lay towards the back or whether they lay towards your face. And I'll explain more of that later when we get to the crochet part. But just know that I'm parting not just like straight lines, I'm parting on like an angle. So like a half circle type of situation. And adjusting as needed. So again, that's the benefit of laying your edges before you actually do your braids. So most of the time, if you were just doing your braids or whatever without laying your hair down first, I would have grabbed all of that hair. So that swoop would have not even been there. And again, this is also beneficial because you're not pulling directly on your direct edges. So your edges are going to be able to breathe and not be in any kind of resistance or pulling situation while you have braids, twists, etc. So it does, again, it's very beneficial to lay your edges prior to. And then, like I said, once you get your parts, make sure you put that beeswax jam and make those parts nice and crispy, because your style is going to be looking oh so fresh, girl. Yes. All right, so we're doing the same thing we did on line 1 to line 2. So we're going to create that braid, and then we're going to braid this braid down a little bit, and then we're going to create another braid right behind it and braid the first braid into the second braid, and then so forth and so on. So just watch again so that you know exactly how to do it if you want to do this method. All right, same process. Split the hair, grab that piece from the front from the previous braid, make that your third strand, and then you're going to start the braid, and you're just braiding that first braid into the second braid. Super simple and easy. Alright guys, so that's the pattern you're going to follow on both sides. It's kind of self-explanatory, so I'm going to do the second half off camera and come back, and then we're going to get to the crochet. So, there we go. Bam! Lemuri's trying to poke me in my eye with her straw, y'all. But all the first top of my head is done, and you can see these are like little squares. Lemuri says, "What's up, guys?" She says, "What's up, guys?" Follow my YouTube. She has her own YouTube page, y'all. Kid friendly, so definitely get your kids tapped in. But we're going to do the back side now, a little bit different. So I'm going to do some boxes all around the perimeter of my head, and then I'm showing you guys one of the braids there, the size and all of that. So all the braids are done, and like I said, I did box braids around the perimeter. I'm gonna give you guys a better angle in a second. That's a little bit better. Perimeter is boxes, and then I did 2 braids straight across in the back, and I just kind of connected the rest of the braids midway. So my braids are, I have one like loose braid which I'm going to sew down. You can sew it down, pin it down, crochet it within, weave it in within the braids. There's so many options. Do what you feel is best for your hair. I'm gonna just sew it down because I do plan on keeping this style in for at least 3 weeks. So we're going to sew it down, which I did. So now how I'm laying my crochet. So my needle is going through my braid underneath. I'm pulling my crochet braid from bottom to top, and then I'm opening my latch hook and placing the tip of my crochet braid through, and I'm pulling it through the loop, and then I'm just pulling to tighten, and that's all I'm doing. The angle which I'm putting my crochets is going again towards my face, because I want my braids to lay a certain way. I want them to lay towards my face. So you can do, so if you had straight braids, like how the parting is just straight, you wouldn't be able to kind of get this kind of forward lay, which is why I like to again braid my braids on an angle versus a straight. So the look of it is it's like so cute. It lays towards your face. You can style it better, in my opinion. But if you're not looking for that forward lay, then you could just braid them straight back without the curve. So these are 3 braids that I just crocheted in. There you go. And yep, halfway through, well, 1/2 of the front through. And look at the braids, y'all. These braids are so cute. And remember, like I said, this is human hair. The curl is human hair. It's not synthetic. And if you want me to do a super detailed on the crochet, I can definitely do another video. But this is the hair all in, finished, complete. It was full, it was beautiful, and all I did again was follow the boxes I laid. And then after I crocheted everything, you know, you got to get your mirror to see the back of your head, and I filled in any places that had spaces. And mind you, with this braiding base, you are going to have that little braid going towards the other braid, but guess what? Nobody is looking at that in real life. The whole thing about crochet is the illusion effect. So this is like so cute and so perfect. And then if you have extra human curly hair, you can always add it in to make the curls even more fuller. I am going to put a few more strands in the front because I'm going to be wearing this up most of the time, if not all of it in a ponytail, half up, half down like I got right now. So I'm going to put a few more curly strands in the front to give me like a cute little soft look around my edges and everything. But this style was definitely a A++. This is 24 inches, which is kind of long for me. I think I did a ponytail that has like a lift, so the ponytail looks way shorter than the hair when it's down, like all of the hair that's down in the back. But again, that's because of how I place my ponytail. But I think I'm going to do a little bit shorter next time if I do order these again, which I'm pretty sure I will. But I do plan on reusing these braids a few times because it's human hair. You can take these right on out, right, and put them back in again. So I'm going to use these a couple of times so I won't have to reorder hair braids like this anyway for a minute. I plan on having them for at least a year. So, and I will give y'all updates on how the hair stands. But I love it. It's so cute. It's super light. It's so durable. It's flexible. You can style it. We'll be doing some different styles, and I'll post that as well. And these pieces right here are pieces that I placed in the front myself. So you can do hair placements like this to bring a little bit more pizzazz and a little bit more sexy to the style. Play around with it. There's no rules when it comes to your hair, guys. It's your hair. As long as you feel good about it and confident and cute, that's it. That's all. All right. So definitely check out these braids. I will find the link. Look at the back. I lifted it up. See how I got the box braid perimeter all the way around. So when I do put it all up, it still looks like box braids. That's why I like doing the box perimeter all the way around my head. It does take a few more minutes, but it's not no big deal. But yes, thank you guys for joining. Get the hair done. Ooh, sexy girls. Love you guys. Peace.